the exciting day. Morgan spent yesterday clambering over the terrace houses of Coventry. It started when the fat man mugged the old lady. It was in the lower precinct, the covered parade of shops, outside of Greg's the baker's. The fat man had grabbed the old lady's bag and pelted as fast as his little trunk legs would go away from town. Morgan saw this happen and started to make his own kind of sprint after the fat man. He passed the old lady, hearing her swearing behind him, gaining on the fat man in spite of his efforts. The fat man was starting to tire. He was sweaty and unfit, and should have planned a more sedentary life of crime, tax evasion, internet scams, something that did not require running. Morgan was preparing his smile of triumph when the fat man flung the handbag to another man who happened to be walking in the opposite direction. This man caught the bag expertly and started to run down one of the side streets towards residential areas. Morgan's prepared triumphal grin turned into a grimace. The thought of chasing the new man put a stitch in his side already. But he'd started it now. It would have been pointless to stop there. This second man was fitter than the first. Faster too. He started increasing the gap. Morgan bit his lip, tried to run through the stitch. The man was leading Morgan deep into a residential street. Terrace houses with bay windows and tidy gardens stretching for miles and miles, seemingly without end or variety. Morgan kept on going, but the gap grew wider. It was then that the second man tripped on a loose paving stone. Not enough to fall over, but enough to catch up a bit. The stitch was being fought through. Morgan was getting closer. Morgan was about to throw his arms out to grab the second man when he threw the handbag to a third man. The third man did not run forward but jumped a small metal gate and went up the front garden of one of the houses. The third man had long arms and legs and ginger fuzz where he should have had hair. The third man climbed the drainpipe of the house and up onto the roof. He jumped up and down on the roof, blowing raspberries at Morgan and waving the handbag in the air. Morgan's eyebrows raised. Morgan's muscles ached. Morgan went through the small metal gate, up the garden path and started to climb the drainpipe. There was a middle-aged man with spectacles looking through the window of the bedroom as he climbed up the drainpipe. Probably shared the house with his parents. The roof had not been retiled for a long time. They could have fallen off at any moment. The ginger fuzz man was already running all over the roofs of the terrace. He was giggling, and that more than anything else persuaded Morgan to continue. The houses were built on a slight incline, and Morgan was running out of breath. Morgan was ready to give up, go home, when the ginger-fuzzed man fell off a roof. Morgan ran to where the man had fallen. He had let go of the handbag, and it was there on the tiles. The ginger-fuzzed man may have been alive, but he was not the normal human shape, his legs arranged at angles only achieved by years of ballet practice. Morgan opened the bag. There was nothing in it. He left it on the roof and went for a strawberry milkshake.